In the darkest corners of history, there exist whispers of atrocities committed in the name of conflict. Some stories are buried beneath layers of secrecy, concealed by the weight of national security. Yet, the echoes of these forgotten horrors persist, haunting the souls of those who dare to remember. This is one such tale, a tale of terror and despair that transcends the boundaries of time and sanity. It was a desolate outpost nestled amidst the rugged terrain of an unnamed desert. The sun beat down relentlessly, casting long shadows over the barren landscape. This was no ordinary military installation. It was a place forgotten by time, where the horrors of war had left their mark on both the living and the dead. Sergeant Alex Reynolds was among the few soldiers stationed at the outpost. He had seen his fair share of combat, but nothing could have prepared him for what awaited him in the heart of the desert. As night fell and the temperature plummeted, strange noises began to echo through the outpost, a chorus of whispers that seemed to emanate from the very earth itself. At first, Alex dismissed the sounds as nothing more than the wind playing tricks on his mind. But as the night wore on, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. They spoke of unspeakable horrors, of men driven mad by the savagery of war. Unable to ignore the voices any longer, Alex ventured out into the darkness, his rifle clutched tightly in his trembling hands. What he discovered chilled him to the bone, a mass grave hidden beneath the shifting sands, filled with the twisted corpses of those who had come before him. In the heart of Europe, amidst the ruins of a once great city, stood an abandoned bunker shrouded in mystery. It was said to be haunted by the spirits of those who had perished within its walls, a grim reminder of the horrors of war. Lieutenant Sarah Hayes was tasked with investigating the bunker, her superiors hoping to uncover valuable intelligence hidden within its depths. But as Sarah and her team delved deeper into the darkness, they soon realized that they were not alone. Strange apparitions lurked in the shadows, their eyes burning with an otherworldly light. They whispered tales of unspeakable suffering, of men driven to madness by the horrors of battle. And as Sarah and her team pressed on, they too began to feel the weight of the bunker's dark history pressing down upon them. But it was not just the spirits of the dead that haunted the bunker. Something far more sinister lurked in the depths, a malevolent presence that fed on the fear and despair of those who dared to enter its domain. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, a group of soldiers found themselves trapped behind enemy lines. Cut off from reinforcements and supplies, they were forced to fend for themselves in a hostile environment where death lurked around every corner. As they struggled to survive, the soldiers began to experience strange phenomena. Visions of their fallen comrades, whispers in the night, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Some dismissed these occurrences as nothing more than the product of their frayed nerves, but others knew better. They'd heard the stories, the tales of soldiers who had gone missing in the jungle, only to return weeks later, their minds shattered by what they had seen. They spoke of creatures that lurked in the darkness, twisted abominations born from the very depths of hell itself. And as the days turned into weeks, the soldiers began to realize that they were not just fighting against the enemy, they were fighting against something far more terrifying, something that defied all rational explanation. In the frozen wastelands of Siberia, a group of soldiers stumbled upon an abandoned research facility, a relic of a bygone era shrouded in secrecy. As they explored the facility, they uncovered evidence of horrifying experiments conducted in the name of science. But it was not just the atrocities committed within the walls of the facility that chilled them to the bone. It was what they found lurking in the depths of the facility's underground chambers, a creature of unimaginable horror, born from the twisted minds of madmen. As the soldiers fought for their lives against the abomination that stalked them in the darkness, they realized the true cost of victory. For in war, there are no winners, only survivors haunted by the ghosts of those who came before them. The echoes of the forgotten reverberate through the corridors of time, a grim reminder of the horrors of war. For those who dare to listen, they tell a tale of unspeakable suffering and despair, a tale that will haunt them until the end of days. But amidst the darkness, there is still hope, a glimmer of light that refuses to be extinguished, even in the face of unimaginable evil.